All right. Yep, there we go. Hey, everybody, welcome to Track Feedback Saturday, June 25th. Got my phone off, got my headphones on, got the mic coming through, got some people in there. OSP, Matt Schultz, Charles Franco. All right. Okay, turn that off. Hi, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. And thank you again a million times so much for all your help with our Bandcamp release of our techno album. Can I type and talk at the same time? Maybe not. Let me try this again. Mixtexture.bandcamp.com. Pulling up the tabs. Our first compilation just went live. It's techno tracks, and you can grab them at Bandcamp. You can listen to them. Of course, you know how Bandcamp works. And then please grab a copy and help support. What you're going to hear is the output from Track Feedback, which means Mixtexture producers, our friends, our crew, people around the world that are part of our thing, are making tracks, bringing them to feedback, playing them for everybody else. We talk about how to make them better, how to get them finished, how to feel good about it and know that it's good, and then get them mastered and put them out. So now Mixtexture has a record label, and we are publishing tracks that come through Track Feedback. Could be house, could be techno, could be down-tempo, could be hardcore and fast stuff. I don't really care what genre it is, as long as it has some bass on the bottom and a stereo mix that sounds awesome. For sound design, we're looking for original sounds that do cool stuff, like move around, you know? And for the song structure, we're looking for stuff that has build-ups, peaks, and drops, stays interesting all the way to the end, just the right length. Doesn't matter how long it is, it just has to feel right. And we are here to help everybody do that in the group. And I'm really, really proud of you guys, really happy of how everybody came together to get this release working. We had some sales coming in. I didn't quite pay off the mastering yet in the first day, but we definitely took a chunk out of it. And I'm just super happy about that. So if you want to join Charles Franco, go to patreon.com/Mixtexture and sign up for the Track Feedback crew. Let me know if you need a coupon code to knock the price down to $19. I could make that available for you if that would help. And that goes for anybody else. Contact me, steve@mixtexture.com. Let me know where you live and just say, Track Feedback coupon or something. I'm happy to knock the price down a little bit to get you in here to start sharing your music and contributing to comments with the rest of the group. Now, I'm starting off with my track. All I want to know is, how does this piano part sound? So the idea was I wanted the piano to go up on that rising scale and then hit that high note in a gap before the drop right here. Right? So, okay, seeing some comments. Oh, Piv is here. Yeah, remember everybody on Bandcamp, please leave us feedback and comments. That helps a lot. It shows other people that real people are listening. Matt Schultz, piano sounds ace, but it's quite quiet. Okay, I was about to say the piano is too loud in the mix. Let me know, you guys, do you think the piano needs to come up or down? I'm going to export version 3 and upload it to SoundCloud so you can listen again later. Scott, thank you. Nice vibes. Mr. Melvis, hey. OSP, bit strong in the low mids. Yeah, I got a bandpass filter moving, and the piano is going through a lot of different frequency ranges, so I might chill out on the bandpass filter. Some good mixed notes. But basically, the update I did there was just shortening the piano solo. I took out the fucked up notes and made it end at a climax of the break, right before the beat drops in. That's what I wanted to get done with that. And next steps on this track, so are basically to take the whole form, listen through, make sure it's all working, maybe tweak a little ear candy, and then export the stems and mix the audio. So version 3 is going to be soon, and version 3 is going to be what you just heard. And then version 4, I hope it's going to be done. So thank you for the feedback. Now, are there any other questions in here? Steve, how come your style is so amazing? Ha, ha, ha. All right, let's get started with Melvis and the Mindbender experience. And I'm going to check the changelog on this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. From the beginning. You guys, your sound is so good from like the first. Something good is happening here. Those claps, nice and dark. Okay, so we got a new beat and extra vocals. So far, magic. That's awesome. How dark is that? Oh, I gotta go back. That's the darkest clap I think I ever heard, and it works. Scott, you grabbed the vocal. I didn't get where that's from yet. The mix is sounding great. Anybody want more tambourine? I recognize that part. All I'm gonna say is I want that little tambourine a little bit louder. It's like almost gone right here. Oh, this. I'm so in the groove on this. Totally K&D Sessions vibe, exactly. Kruder and Dorfmeister. Okay, I'm coming up with a high shelf EQ. And that's like +6 at 12 kilohertz. This track is done, dudes. Okay, right there. 787. I want to say this when you can hear me. The vocal is mixed really, really nicely in the mid-range. Then the delay on the vocal. Bow, bow, wow, 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 wow. Maybe it was there. Listen to the long delay, the long decay time as the echo is like decaying on the vocal, because that delay could maybe use a little EQ down. Right there. 790. The delay has a resonance at like 780, 790. That I would notch that out of the effect. Didn't expect that.
Answers won't make you wise, so keep a rocking on down the line. Back us every day, all the while. Keep a fighting, struggling right. Can't stop, can't quit, we be rolling like road shows. Studio obsession every day, on a mission every other day. We be on the plane, back for the paper and the fame, just for the thrill of busting lyrics every day. Riding the rhythm and you know we can't stop. Peaceful warrior, we're killing it on the track. Musical murder, we done that. Being fire on the mic, you know we just a
This sounds like a record. I mean, this just sounds like you would hear it on a record. Whoa. What was that bass sound right there? Wow. And that little high frequency thing, the crackle, like, or to properly clap for this track, you just got to go like this. Amazing. All right. So if you want to go in and EQ the vocal delay and just take that peak frequency out from like 790 and 1.5K, just so that as the delay is like lingering on top of the other sounds, it doesn't stack up in that mid-range too much. And honestly, as I was listening to the end of the MC, I saw the track getting towards the end and I thought, I'm not quite ready for this to end. So let's just listen from the last 30 seconds. So this delay is awesome. And then right around here, 403, 1, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2. No, at 414, I would do 8 bars from 403. Do 8 bars where you keep it in the groove and don't remove any sounds yet. Just to extend that part so we're in the bass and drums groove just a little bit longer and then go into the ending. So let's count how long 4 bars is in time. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 3, 4, 2, 3. Okay, it's about 10 seconds. So just adding another 4 bars before you start to build it down would make the track like 10 seconds longer. But those 4 bars right there would just give you like that extra amount of time in the dance groove and make it. I mean, you could add a bunch more on this and have a bass and drums dub effects kind of jam. Which you don't have to do. I mean, you could if you want to, but at least give us like another 4 bars of that super deep section after the MC echo ends so we don't have the ending of the track coming too soon. Because I don't know, if you were making a radio edit, I guess you'd be making it shorter, but I'm not pushing anybody to make radio edits in here. Give us a little extra on the mix out so nobody gets, so you don't run out of record when you're mixing the track. And seriously, you guys, I'm not bullshitting. This is freaking amazing. It's got the beat, the groove, it's deep. The clap sounds right from the beginning sounded like, oh, that's a deep ass clap. The vocal is beautiful. The MC sounds awesome. It's not cheesy. It doesn't sound like plastic commercial bullshit. It sounds like real music. And the mix is tight. And the sounds are coming in like synthy and cool, like with the, I mean, yeah, you guys got a good vibe going on for sure. Melvis and Mindbender. Smoke City, right? And, oh, honestly, I think the tambourine can come up. Because I still have the high shelf on right here. I'm just going to take this back. Wait till the tambourine comes in, and we're going to A-B with the EQ. So this is with the high shelf boost right now. Nice and dreamy synths, like floating, right? There's EQ flat. EQ boost. Yeah, I'm jacking a lot of high-end EQ on there, and it doesn't even really show up that noticeable. So that could be a mastering thing where you could pull up the tambourine layer and send me a copy on vinyl is what you can do with that. Thank you. All right, OSP, a new house track. Always exciting to hear from this dude. Let's see what we got. Somebody's slapping the shit out of that conga. Ooh, that's a nice entrance. Nice break. I like the slow development on the sounds. That sound got bigger in the mix and brighter. And I don't remember how, it just kind of faded in and now it's here. Check mono. That's mono. That's working. I like the micro timing too. Has just the right feel of like pulling you back and forth against the kick drum. Oh, nice. Layering percussion in there. So this is with EQ flat. This is kind of how I like the hi-hats, kind of crispy on top. Beautiful kick drum for this track. One more time, what was that? Little ear candy. Right, OSP always coming with the swing and the groove, just so nice. Matt Schultz, OSP, producing on a pro level for a long time. Coming in pro for a long, long time. And now it's kind of building back down. Really nice deep effects that I want to hear that again. Listen to the reverb on the transition right here. There's a big slow reverb. And one more time, that little drum break. That little drum break could be louder. Doom. Just push that up a little bit louder. Ooh, that's a buzzy line. That appears like right in the center of my head. Okay. Solid. Let's go back one more time. I like how the percussion got simple and the hi-hats cut out. That lead synth is really good. Around 317, I think you could cut out even more percussion. And here, 324, I think you could lose the clap. Just let us have those other sounds. And then again, that last drum break before the transition, get that louder. Right? Yeah, those little snare rolls, get those louder, and the drop is beautiful. Now I'm gonna do one more time without me talking. I love this shit. The cymbal comes in. Totally. Low end is so tight, glued together. Interesting what that ride is doing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh my God. That top loop. Chicka, chick, chicka, chick. The flow is amazing on this. A couple of little bit of percussion mix levels. I'm not sure about that ride volume. Let's return to that. I like the pattern and the sound and the instrument and the phrasing, but the volume level. And this groove is so awesome. That. Actually, that ride cymbal could be a little bit later. It's almost like it's rushing on the beat. Could you have that ride just a little bit later so it's like swinging later in the groove? I don't know. Right side. There's a little like wood block on the right. It's really good. And overall, the track has that great simplicity of like one theme, one groove, parts come in and out, but we're basically just that sound is really continuous, and the whole track is built around it, and it totally keeps working. Oh, that's a conga hit. Slap. Okay, Matt, the ride could use a little more of a low cut to make it sit more on top and in space. Super clean percussion, too. Okay, you wanted the ride to be 4/4, but with a more smooth attack? Yeah, the attack time, the attack sound is good. Let's check one more time on this ride. Okay, so it's coming in on the downbeats, right? Down, down. You know what I was feeling actually was I was feeling like that ride could come on the upbeats. What would happen if you put the ride in on the upbeats instead of the downbeats? Would that flow with anybody else? I guess that's a creative decision. I'm hearing it like I would put the rides on the upbeat. You got them on the downbeat, so fine. At this part, I think the ride could be a little bit quieter. And it's freaking killer. Let's hear this ear candy, this rhythmic change right here. And that hi-hat coming in is so dope. Oliver, can we have this for the house compilation? Seriously, y'all, I'm so excited with how this techno album came together. I want to keep going right away on the next one and get those submissions in and get the tracks finished. So let's do it again. So much on the upbeat already. All right, cool. So leave the ride on the downbeat. Maybe just take the ride volume down a little bit, or actually, if you do what Matt said and cut out a little bit of the low frequencies on the ride, that would also make it less like heavy in the mix. So maybe just do a little EQ, low end EQ on that ride sound. Even the static at the end has a groove. I thought you wanted the last one. I think pretty much any track you create is gonna be good for our group's albums. So really nice job, Oliver, man. That just sounds playable and amazing and solid already. Any notes I have are just relatively small ones, and I do like louder drum breaks, that kind of thing. So, Scott, the dubby soundscape is perfect. Yeah, nice tight vibes, nice work, sweaty earphones. Donats, what do you got? The analog love on top. I like that bass tone. Oh, sorry. And I think this is another new Donats version. All right. Early arrangement, early mix down. Wondering if the bass works. I say, yeah, the fuzz bass works. Especially the bass notes in between kick drum notes. The more I hear that other sounds, the more I like the bass sound. The mid-range is getting a little clacky. So around like 2500, 2.5 kilohertz, Adam, the mid-range, that violin string sample plus the clap is kind of clacky. So make sure that when you're EQing your sounds, the clap could sound good by itself and the string sample could sound good by itself. You put them together and suddenly that upper like 2000 something area gets a little too much. Open up the bass note and then shorten the bass note. Okay. Good build up. Nice and empty. Here we go. Getting into it. I like that double bass note. Where's Max today? Total disco. Donats is so recognizable. It's crazy, like every track. Nice right there. That was a perfect place. That thing of cutting the beat out, doing a variation, keeping it fresh. Cut the kick. Nice and simple. Yeah, man. Yeah, Scott, a bit sharp in the mids on those pianos. I'm ready for like a bass groove with none of the high frequency stuff. Around 415. Oh, guess I don't get it. Oh, Matt, right. That's a rough mix, yeah. Oh, the bass was doing something. I heard some filter moving right there. Wait, check that out, Scott. Right here. Okay, so Adam, the stuff you're doing with the bass filter opening up, at about 4:15, could you cut the samples of the little vocal and things and just let the bass be like only beats with the bass line and open up the filter to get that bass going like that acid bass line sound? If we could have like 8 bars of just bass line acid high frequency freak out, that would be really cool. Oliver, love the clap, right? Yeah, today is a good clap day. Got a lot of claps happening here. Let's do a double. Did that just happen for real? Wait. Oh. I thought I doubled up. All right. Paul Robinson made it. Yes. The social guru. Yeah, Adam, this is solid. So mainly I would work on a section in the middle to tweak the bass line, have the bass become a solo instrument, taking the main front spotlight. Yeah, good drum fills. Good filter house vibe right here. This is really good for a rough mix, rough arrangement. It's cool. Good length. Cool. Bring that back next week. Next Wednesday, let's hear some improvements. All right, so what I'm doing today, just so you know, is I put people in groups. So we got Canada coming up, we got Alex B, a whole bunch of the nefarious DJ Waters, and then we'll rip into some other beats. So that's what's coming up. That way you can get feedback on your music in a usable way. Doink. All right, let me check the changelog on here. Okay, it's a rough arrangement, not mixed. Checking for the vibe, summer disco house kind of thing. Oh, and you got a little, okay, cool. Okay, I think the lead opening synth is like right here when it's coming in, that synth sounds good. But when the vocal comes in and the other ARP lead, these chords are just a little too loud. So I would take those down and volume off only. Vocal could be a little bit louder, and the snap could be a little louder. definitely got a vibe right here. Nice stereo bounce on the melody. I can feel the kick drum and the bass line doing their own thing. You could even bring up a little bit more of the bass line, like mid-range voicing. It's nice and deep. It could have a little bit of a plucky kind of a bass attack, maybe. Yes. What that vocal's doing right there. You could even go heavier with a plate reverb on that and really put that vocal up like front, right? Sheppers, where's the detuned? Hi-hat right here. A little bit louder. This part. It's like riding on that wave of the voice. Yeah, you're going in the right direction with this one. This definitely deserves some more work. Hi-hat sounds good here, but it was getting lost before, so I'm wondering if there was a master compression where the voice was getting really loud and the other stuff was all getting compressed when the voice came out front, possibly. What was that remix? There was like a 10 Snake remix of Dreams. I like that one a lot. And then if you could get like a denim jeans jacket and like cut the sleeves off and have it like a denim vest. All right, so vocal a little bit more, opening synth a little bit down, hi-hats maybe a little bit up, and export a test mix maybe with like minimal compression on the 2 mix, like less than like 3 dB of gain reduction, so we can really hear the layers. And then if something's way too loud or way too quiet, that would help me to identify what's happening in the mix before we get to the stereo mix. Sheppers, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Virtually something. 100% Lindsey Buckingham. And okay, cool. Bring that back next time. That's going to be good. And the Tears of the Poppy Growing Out of Minimal dubstep remix. EQ flat, stereo wide. DJ Waters, My Fantasies. Oh, the denim jacket, right? With the safety pins on it, like late 70s. Maybe that was early 80s. think the bass changes are good. That bass line sounds really good. The kick is working. It's chunky. Gunk, gunk. I like all that stereo percussion thing going on. Clappa, clappa. Mr. Melvis got the monitors puffing air out of the ports, right? Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, man, totally right here. Perfect. Let's change up right there. Look at those bass notes jumping up. Chunk, 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 chunk. Works for me. I think Scott's gonna get the big D for done. All right, respect to the ambient original. Oh my God, man. Wow, brutal inner cinema. Shepard is, that's a really good phrase, brutal inner cinema. I mean, it's not good when it happens, but I understand what that means. So, yep. Man, Scott, the way you took us into this main drop was just beautiful right here. And the bass line comes in all fast. No, I'm sorry, I'm not ready for this. Hold on. I'm not ready to hear the end of the song yet. It's like growing. That is so nasty. Are you right at 140 here? So did you produce at 70 or at 140? 70, okay. And See how we get out of this one. Here's mono. Stereo. Done. The big D. D. Really good job on that. Piv, what do you think? I'm curious what the man himself thinks. But so right here when the bass comes in, it's loud, it's dirty, you can hear every different note, and the notes are kind of on a slow rhythm, right? There's gaps. Do-do, do-do-do-do. That's why it's so effective here when the bass comes in with all the other notes. Dot, 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 like twice as many notes in the bass line rhythm. And this part I liked a lot. It's like a variation, like a B section. So that we get kind of just a little new territory and then return and come back. Yeah, man. I don't know if I said any useful tips on here except that it's awesome and it's ready to be done. If I was going to be Steve on this mix, I would take the didgeridoo voice growl and make it even louder right here. When this comes in, wow. That part, wow. Only in this section, I would take that one low voice sound and make it louder as a peak, like a build-up, and then have the female voice come in and then make the drop just to kind of emphasize that one point. And the rest of the mix, that sound is at the right level, so I wouldn't want it louder all the way through the track. But just in that one build-up section to be like, you know, imagine if you're DJing with this track, what you would do on the fader when that part is in, just kind of push it and like tweak the EQ up a little bit, and then pull it back so it's back to flat for the drop, something like that. Of course, I could just take the final track and do that in a DJ set. Monk Throat Song, it's great. If you like this, listen to the inspiration track Rain by Breakage. Okay. Rain by Breakage, remember that. Really good job. Clap, clap, clap. Got the big D, because that one sounds done. And now, Alex B, we got the big B. Let me check the changelog on here. So he touched up the sub so it doesn't clash with the kick, changed the lead, different compression, shortened the kick drum. Is it too busy? Okay, here we go. I like what this track is doing. It's got that bubbling kind of energy. Really good right here. One more time. There's one sound in here is too loud. That chang. A little bit too loud on that metallic spank kind of sound. Check mono. This is cool, man. The mids could come down a little bit. I was thinking the kick drum could be up a little bit, so. This bass sound could still, you could take off some of the sub. It doesn't need to be big at 65 hertz when the kick drum is in there. It's good the kick is spaced out a bit. You could push that bass line up in the middle part a little bit. So I'm boosting up the low end and taking the mid-range down just a little bit around 750. Nice ear candy with that tape stop. Good harmonic motion. Yeah, man, that works. And I have a low shelf boost right now and a little bit of a mid-range dip. DJ Waters got real energy. Yeah. It's like a steady cruiser. You just. So this lead synth could come down a little bit in the mix. That one just like down a little bit. Kick drum up a little bit. A little bit of EQ on the bassline sound. Deep and hypnotic. Hi-hats are sounding good. Yeah, Alex, I think a couple of mix tweaks and this is gonna be done. It's not, I'm not hearing nothing sticking out as wrong or anything. It's like just like chill, you know, deep and like. Kick drum sounds beautiful now. I like that detuning on the. Was that the same sound we heard back over here? Okay, that one was too loud the first time, and here, also too loud. Just take it down a little bit. And this is great, man. It settles in and just like, it It gets you in there. Digga, 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 all the time. Especially right here, you know it's gonna just like draw you into this stuff. So good vibes in that one. I'd like to hear an update with a couple little mix tweaks. And that'll be maybe done on the next mix. Okay, Techno India, DJ Waters. This is a brand new, fresh experiment. Clocking in at an ambient 138. All right, Mr. Melvis, thanks for being here, man. We are really impressed with your tracks and your progress and the Mindbender vibe you guys got going on. It's just fantastic. Send us more pictures of your food experiments, too. I'm serious. And Matt Schultz with a doll recipe? Are you kidding? That looks so good. That's my salad. Oh shit, the green screen took out part of the salad. That looks weird. Sorry. Right here. This is a great idea. I love this part. Okay, there's a second kick layer. And I can hear the master channel getting hit. So in the gap right here, the Indian sound is really nice and bright. And then when the kick drum comes in, the melody line just instantly gets quieter, which means the master channel is getting hit with some compression. Try not to do that in your early mixes, because it really can make your whole frequency balance change. And after this section, a second kick comes in where it's like doom, ba-doom, 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 ba. The second one is muffled and maybe too bassy. So that's a holding position at the moment. This part's cool. Rhythmically, right? And then there at 138, boom, boom, boom. The second kick drum should be like a much less of a deep kick drum that's more like a pop pop to kind of pump in there, you know? Good rhythm though, good idea. Oh, right here, 154, definitely bring in some closed hi-hat on the upbeats. Chick, 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 chick. No, the main kick sounds good. I think you should use that one. Are those tabla drums coming in there? Those could be louder. Nice. The ride came in. I was totally ready for a drum sound right there. Yeah, go with this idea. This is worth building out to a full version. Let's see what else we got. Whoa. Yes. Oh, you're gonna stay up there? Huh, I didn't expect that. What was that? 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4. That was a 3-bar break. Might want to make that 4 bars and then drop the kick in. Ian, I posted a link to a track. I posted the name of a track, Mohat BK. Look that up for some Indian vocals and sounds to hear like how they are in the mix, similar to this. Yeah, I like everything you're doing with this. I guess you're gonna change some of the drum sounds. The main thing is like, I would get a closed hi-hat in there. I hear those hi-hats. They're kind of quiet. And it does feel like the mix is kind of distorted on the bottom, so it's gonna need some mix work. Overall idea is solid. And you know what? I actually don't like it when the melody goes up. I don't know if you double the pitch or something like that. It gets like the chirpy chirpy thing. It doesn't really land. It's almost like too sarcastic and too much of a joke when it goes pitched up like that. I think I would leave that at the same original natural pitch and do like some layering with drums or something to build it back into a drop over there, personally. 2 hours of work, yeah. Right here. Is there a rumble back in there? What was that? There is a rumble in between those. Yeah, man, that is a cool idea. That's a good start. And the sounds you got are basically working for me. The biggest thing is when the kick drum is going doom, doom, this one should be like a much more quick, thumpy little percussion bump to interrupt the kick and not be like a second kick going doom, boom, 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 boom. And I know you guys don't want to hear me beatbox drum beats on the mic, so let's keep moving. Fuck the System version 2 with the kitty cat for you. Got EQs flat, stereo mix. Yeah, we want more, man. You're just never giving us enough, DJ Waters. So lazy. Okay, version 2, a couple hours on here, added and removed some bits for the flow. Got the vocal on there. All right. This one has a good bounce. Kick and bass are good. High end is working. New vocals from Akshay.
Social causes.
Good transition. Yeah.
Live life.
Those vocals are good and weird. This layer that comes in here.
Live life.
That synth could be louder. The buzzy one.
TikTok idiots. Facebook fools. Control my mind. Likes and follows. Control my mind.
That vocal's really cool.
Fuck the system. Live life.
Backwards beat. Yeah, that mid-range lead is good. I like those backwards beats. Those are good. Oliver, I didn't know you hate the acid lines. That's funny. Yeah, your tracks are like the opposite of 303 acid. And 229 cut the hi-hats. There we go.
Control my mind. Likes and follows. Control my mind. Fuck the system. Don't be blind.
All right, I think the Fuck the System lyrics should be at a more dramatic moment right before the drop. And I felt that the first time, like that's the name of the track. It seems like, you know, everybody remembers the words that come right before the drop for maximum impact. And it feels like that sample hits just a little too soon in this breakdown area.
Control my mind.
That's cool.
Likes and follows. Control my mind. Fuck the system.
Not there.
Don't be blind.
Fuck the system. Like that kind of thing. Have it like one beat before the main kick and stuff drops in.
Control my mind.
So like all that empty gap thing builds up to the and yeah, the way the drop kicked after this, it feels like a live set unmuting stuff. It doesn't feel like the whole drop slams back in right there with all the sounds we need at the same layering. Let's see if we can find. That part's all nice and thick. Yeah, this.
Fuck the system. Don't be blind.
Okay, that's kind of getting there, but like when the kick drum comes in and then the bass line isn't there, it feels like the bass line comes in after the kick drum. Like I would get all those sounds, kick, bass, synth, high frequency, percussion and stuff, all happening right there together on the drop to slam the beat back in. So it doesn't feel kind of scattered. And that's pretty important because you need the drop to feel like a big drop. So the main problem in this track is just structuring to get the live life. Yeah, the storytelling is good. Make it more dramatic, and this is a situation where it should be the predictable thing of like the track title, the sample, they all hit at the climax of the build-up, and then the drop hits, and the beats all drop together to be just slamming it in. So I understand version 2, you're still working on it, so those are some tips. And the mix sounds good, sound design sounds good. The instruments you're choosing, the layering, the tweaking, the sounds, like, it's cool. It's definitely, you know, like most of the track is done. A little bit of slipping and sliding the arrangement around. Yeah, the camera snap is cool too. So those are your homework assignments. Now, the Soloist 3.1. DJ Waters definitely gets the most updated award because you're doing a lot of quick edits. I personally, my style is like this too, of just like, put together a first version, get some feedback on it right away, make some changes, get some feedback on it right away, and don't try to polish everything the first time. That's why I really appreciate the help on the record label and the publishing, because I was like, how are these graphics? What do you think about this? And you guys all gave me such great feedback. It was really easy to update quickly and kind of pull it together. Camera's ready, prepare to flash. What do we got for changelog? Okay, is this one almost done? Yeah, John, put up the early version and just tell us, you know, I made this track today, version 1. Like Scott said, do we have the vibe, you know? Like, totally fine. Or put up like a 2-minute long, you know, here's the main section, a minute of beats. What do you think? And I know, Ian, I'm talking on top of your track because it's already sounding good. Yeah, that's a good drop. Did it, did it, did it, did it. Good groove. Oliver, love the rolling bass line. Does it have to go up some tones to fit the melody? There is something that's a little bit atonal with the bass line. This kind of and the other melody. It's not the kind of track that has like a key signature and a harmony and melody. It's sort of like rhythmic samples. That's how I hear it. Scott, 2 semitones up on the bass line. For me, it has just kind of like this dark, creepy Halloween vibe where you might have like atonal sounds or like the you know, augmented fourth intervals. I like that bass. Yeah. Yeah. Ian, your mixes are getting tight, I gotta say. I think you can send this one off to Den, DEHN Mastering. Anybody watching on the replay, Den Mastering is fantastic for this kind of tracks. There we go. Laser me, a little piggy. It's supposed to be dark. Yeah. Yeah. I think we're done on this one. This one, it does. It has that like monster movie kind of thing of like something's gonna jump out at you. You know, it's a little bit creepy, a little bit dark. I think it works. DJ Waters is a bowling ball among balloons. I love that. It's got some psytrance sound design elements, and yeah, this will work in a dark forest kind of set. So cool, man. I think that one's done. I think you got it. All right, Theory version 3, Matt Schultz, cooking curry. Hello? Oh, we only have 2 tracks left. 1:15. Yeah, Oliver, I know what you mean. There's sometimes when you feel like, ooh, like, tune that, you know. Yeah, good work on the low end. All right, while we have a second waiting for this track, what do you all think about the release date for the next compilation, which is going to be house music? Do you think we should try to do it at the end of July, like 1 month from now, or do it 2 months at August? I think it's going to take some time to get the tracks chosen, mastered, and grouped. So I would say 2 months, but I'd like to do it before September. So do you think like end of August is okay for a target date for the next group of songs? What do you think? There it is. Ooh.
The idea of a spectrum, of a somewhat more or somewhat less of the same thing.
Vocal sounds great.
Seems to make a great deal of sense. It seems more plausible than the idea of having to have 2 completely different substances, a stuff called matter and a stuff called spirit or mind or something like that, and try and see how they work upon one another.
Matt, I think you're done. I think this one's...
But on the other hand, when you say, well, good gracious, this whole thing is something, isn't it? Then you put yourself into it. You don't stand aside from it any longer. You admit that you too are part of the whole thing. That your ego, yourself, is so inextricably involved with everything that you experience.
Okay, Piv, thank you. 9 or 10 tracks and then 30 days later. So it does seem like
That's going on.
let's focus during July on getting the tracks. And start of August, we'll start with mastering and promo and tell the story of the music and the artists. Yeah.
Then you see, you've got the total system.
Yeah, Matt, you're going to be done.
Standing aside.
Matt gets the big D.
Each one of us looks at the present scene from a different point of view, but let me say, look at it like this. Supposing I say instead, each one of us is a different point of view with respect to the situation.
I love that bass sound. That snap helps get us back in time. I got a little bit out of the beat. That snap is perfect.
When you see,
Yeah, man. That's good.
things, the physical world and consciousness are inseparable. It isn't that the physical world is reflected in a mirror, but that it and consciousness are all one. But that consciousness,
You got the pull tech trick on there.
something that is different from the world and looks at it. There isn't that kind of mirror or camera.
It's so easy to listen to. Everything is just right there. It's like super simple.
Everybody's thought is so powerfully influenced by the metaphors that he uses. And the metaphors for knowing and for consciousness, mirrors, cameras, etc., can be extraordinarily introducing unnecessary complications.
Super smooth right here. And it's not boring either. It's like easy to listen to and it keeps you going.
What you are aware of in terms of external sensory experiences, in terms of so-called internal feelings, internal thoughts, that is what you are.
I like the vocal effects coming in here. Super smooth. Buttery smooth. Could listen to this all day. Yeah. Even DJ Waters likes this one. Oh shit, it's a masterpiece. That is what you are. All right, everybody, one more time for the people in the back. Techno Volume 1 is out right now on the new Mixotexture Records label that you can find on Bandcamp, mixotexture.bandcamp.com. Great tracks that came through track feedback from these individuals you're listening to today. And the strength of our group is that we listen to each other's tracks, give tips on sound design, song structure, and the mix, and then eventually the mastering for overall emotional support, creative vibes, and helping people get shit done so we can share it with the world, and that's what we're all about. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for being part of it. Extra special thanks for helping on the promo. And DJ Waters is the nonstop madman for sharing stuff in post. He's ahead of all of us, like by a factor of 10. If you're interested in joining our track feedback community, you can do that at patreon.com/mixarchitecture, the architecture of your mix. Track feedback crew, $25 a month. I can discount this down to $19 if you're in a situation where you really want some feedback, you want to be part of our crew, and you just want a little bit of a price break. Let me know, steve@mixarchitecture.com. I'm happy to work with you on that. And for everybody who wants to understand at a deeper level, what are we talking about with EQing and frequency and compression and production tips and tricks? Get some background going on here. Come to courses.mixarchitecture.com. This is where I host my Ableton production courses, where you can learn things like how to EQ your tracks, basic mixing, sound design, escape the 8-bar loop. I'm focusing on EQing this month with my workshops on Ableton production techniques, Tuesdays and Thursdays. And this course is where you come to understand what we're talking about with frequency, tone, the bass being muddy or the high end being too pierce or crisp, or what does it mean with frequencies like 790, or how do those numbers relate to the sound of the music and the way it makes people feel. You learn that inside How to EQ Your Tracks, where you learn the real audio engineering theory, what kind of EQs we have, what's the range of human hearing, what is there in the frequency spectrum, and how to EQ your tracks. You literally learn how to EQ each sound, going from EQ8 and auto filter, applying them on the kick drum, the sub bass, the chords, the leads, male and female vocals, the synths. You learn to hear what are the problems in a sound, where to EQ that sound, and how to put them together in the mix so it all sounds good. There are some video workshops in this course where I show you how to use the presets, and you get some presets to drop on your tracks right away to play with, as well as cheat sheets in PDF that you can read for backup so you don't have to memorize what I'm saying on video all day. Normally this course is $99, which is cheap for that price. And because I'm doing the workshops live this month, you can type in EQ 2022. Get the whole course for $49. That is such a deal. This is something you're going to be using in every production session for the rest of your life. And you don't want to waste time being frustrated about how to EQ or how to fix your mix. This is where you learn how to do all that stuff that we talk about. So sign up there, get yourself into the course, and that'll also get you into Discord, where you can post your tracks and get help on them. So actually, if you want track feedback, a really good way to do it is buy this course. That'll get you the EQ lessons and everything, as well as access in Discord, where you can post your mixes and get some feedback on what we're doing. Whoa. All right. Any comments, any questions? Scott, maybe that low pad could have more low bass on it. I mean, maybe, debatable. So that's going to be it. We finished a little sooner than usual today. I'm really happy with the updates and everything. Congratulations to everybody who's getting tracks done and putting them out. I'm really looking forward to the next series of releases with the Mixarchitecture Records project. And soon we'll be up on Beatport and all the big streaming platforms for even wider exposure. So that's fantastic. Oh, and by the way, when I'm doing my Tuesday and Thursday workshops, I would like to teach some of the tracks that we have in the group and show, the making of this track, like what's behind the scenes, what is Matt Schultz doing, how does he do that bass line. So anybody in the group watching right now, if you have a track that I can use to teach with, please let me know. I'd be happy to mix your track and use it in a workshop and then give you back a session where you can see what I did. And that way people in the audience can get some tips and tricks from the actual music in the group while they're learning how to do these things. So I think that's enough from me. Y'all know what to do. Let's keep it going. This is my keyboard solo. And there we go. Really looking forward to the Grown Out of Minimal remix album that we've been hearing some previews of. So I'll shut up for now. You know what I'm going to do? Go ride my bike, drink some iced coffee, and be back on Tuesday with the workshop at 12 p.m. noon. Thank you so much, everybody. Love you guys. See you later.